Okay, let's get rolling. Grab a seat for me, please. All right, have a seat. Top three cuisines. Ready? Top or dishes specific. Give me one. Give me one. Pub sub? No, Italian subs.
La Spada.
La Spada.
La Spada.
Respect. We're gonna do really well together. Well done. Well done. Good. Other top favorite dish, Lexi. Give me a favorite dish. Didn't you like sushi? Pick a sushi. You like sushi?
I do like sushi.
What do you get? What do you crush?
I like tuna and avocado and cream cheese in it.
That's very nice. Philadelphia roll, I believe they call that. Right? Jose.
Favorite sushi roll?
Oh no, favorite like a favorite dish.
Favorite dish. I think I might have to go tuna tartare.
Tuna tartare. Luke?
Mine was this one oyster I got at Morimoto. And a little teriyaki sauce.
Most people don't go to Morimoto, but yeah, that's cool.
Warm raw, and spicy king crab leg, and a little bit of score on top. That's my
Fancy food. Chris.
Specifically from Prime 112, Alaskan king crab.
You guys have some high tea. You guys need to sell a lot of Cutco.
What am I saying? Stone crab.
The stone crab. Okay. Okay.
Hard to beat that.
So this, what's that? Oh, let me introduce Josie. Perfect. So actually, Josie, and you know Josie. Actually, Alexa and Josie are very good friends. I didn't know this, but so Nativity all the way through, you just didn't go to college together, but
Right.
were you thinking about it? Were you close to going to the same?
I mean,
maybe.
I had to stay in Florida because I do things, you know.
I see. Okay. That's so funny. So Josie recommended Alexa, so thank you. By the way, you know that contest where you can win. So that's that's helping Josie get into the contest too. Josie was one of our top performers last summer. In fact, she was I believe our number one, two, behind Jay, right? Our number 2 brand new rep from last summer. So our second highest income earner, coming right out of high school from St. Thomas Aquinas. She just finished her freshman year at University of South Carolina. So also joined the sorority. What sorority are you in?
Chi Omega.
You're in Chi. Okay, so she's in Chi Omega. Josie, same thing as Neela. Went through a management training program, got into TLA in August, trained while going to school at USC, and here she is. She beat out about 100 to 125 people for the spot, and this young lady is killing it also. She's going to be training to run her own Cutco office next summer as well. So name, school, major, and what you like about your Cutco through college experience so far.
My name's Josie Dacco. I go to University of South Carolina. I'm going to be a sophomore this year. Favorite thing about the job is definitely the flexibility it allows me, especially being in a sorority, being out of state. Academics is definitely very important to me, so it allows me the ability to balance between school, sorority, friends, and still have time for work. Other than that, it's just a fantastic environment to be in. I know I've made some of my best friends on the job, and that's not really something you traditionally find in a work environment, but I think it's something we're blessed to have the opportunity to do here, and that's really cool.
Cool. And any advice for their first weekend since they're finishing their first day of training today?
The manual is written the way it is for a reason. I'm sure everybody else has said this already, but follow the manual. They make it so easy for you guys to succeed here. Just by following the manual, smiling, cutting a lot of food, you'll do really well.
Yeah, and is it really, we always tell you to follow the manual, cut lots of, make sure you're having, and call the office. You guys remember that? Is it really that simple?
It's that simple.
Yeah, first weekend, I mean, and how long did it take you to hit your first $10,000?
7 days.
7 days, 10K fast start, and she was willing to work hard and get extra coaching. Okay, so, and those of you that are signed up for tomorrow's coaching, if anyone else is interested, let me know. But I highly encourage you to get to that event. Cool. We still clap loud here. We clap for the So I want to turn to a different direction here. I want to talk about the product and the value and how you're going to speak to customers. Okay. I think this is one of the most important parts of training. It's really short, but if you understand this, you'll learn how to connect with customers. That's the first step to the sale. I want to show you some testimonials. What's a testimonial when you hear about products?
It's a vouch from a customer.
Yes, when a customer vouches for and speaks highly of a product, okay? So I want to show you a couple of quick testimonials here. And specifically, I want you to see what other people, not the person who obviously works with Cutco and is going to say great things, say. I want you to see what the other, like the outside world says about Cutco. And it's not just Oh, they're good. It's the best. So, for example, you guys are familiar with Dr. Phil, talk show host? So if you're familiar, there are three people who are considered like the top of the top for talk show hosts. For medical shows, it's Dr. Oz, if you're familiar with that show. For anything fun and just overall fun, it's Ellen. Ellen's like the fun talk show. And Dr. Phil is like the new Oprah, if you will. Like on not replacing Oprah, the new in terms of popularity. Okay, no one's Oprah, but Dr. Phil is the new Oprah in terms of home issues, like domestic issues. Okay, so when those three people talk about products, they have what's called the Oprah effect. Just to your point, no one's done it better than Oprah. When Oprah talks about a product and likes it, what happens to that product? It booms. Why? Because it has the Oprah effect. And ready? And you get a car, and you whatever the product is, she gives it away. Dr. Phil did the same thing. And in this case, they were talking about healthy lifestyles. And to be healthier, you have to cook your own food. If you're going to cook your own food, you want to use the best knives. And he said on a show, the best knives are Cutco. And you can't pay Dr. Phil to talk about us. Right? He doesn't need our money. You can't bribe him. So who gets to pick what products he talks about? Him and his producers. So it's really cool. Free publicity for us. He talked about Cutco. And he didn't take one of our laptop sets. He took actually one of our smaller sets. Gift sets. One's called a Galley. It's about $800. It's not quite a laptop, but he gave one of those out to everyone in the audience. It's like giving a laptop or less than a laptop, iPad to everyone in the audience. So this is really cool. Oh, phone, right? An iPhone costs what, $700-800? iPhone X, okay. So imagine that, and I want you to see and ready. I want you to hear the reaction of the customers in the audience. What kind of people typically are watching Dr. Phil and these talk shows? Husbands or wives? Mac moms. That's right. Macs, but the mom. Usually the dads like send the wife to the show. They don't want to go. Okay? But I want you to see the reaction. It's the same reaction you're going to get when you do a good presentation for a Mac customer. Now watch. Pretty cool.
Something I think every cook needs in the kitchen is a sharp set of knives to help chop up all those healthy foods. So Cutco knives are the top of the line knives that come with a butcher block cutting board and a lifetime guarantee. They retail for over $600. So everybody in the audience is going to have this. And you have to use them, okay?
Okay, kind of excited or really excited?
Wait,
Why? Ready? Because how often will they use it?
Every day.
One more time. How often will they use it?
Every day.
How long does that last with the guarantee?
Forever.
Yeah, not many products can do that. That's why you get that reaction. If you show Mac, if you show your 21-year-old homie, your girlfriend from the sorority, your neighbor in the dorm, oh, that's so cool.
Classic works.
That's fun. Sweet. Do the penny again. I mean, that's what you get. Get that. It's a Mac customer.
Wait, how much do
Okay.
you think the tickets are to go to that?
Couple $100, no problem.
More than the set of knives?
I don't even know. It's not related to training. I'm not sure. Probably. It's expensive. Okay. I've never been a Dr. Phil. So Mac customers, you got to show the right people. Now let me show you a Mac customer. This is Katrina. She's one of our customers from Clearwater, St. Pete area on the west coast of Florida. This is a perfect customer. She's got 2 or 3 kids, husband, homeowner, 2 or 3 cars. They go on vacation once or twice a year. Homeowner. She's got a homemaker, and she is a homemaker. You guys get that? So she has a homemaker for if you have to cook. That's it. A smaller laptop, and she cooks because she has to. But you can see since she's had the set, she's turned into a love to and like to cook. It's really cool. I'm going to stop the video twice because in this video she's going to say 2 things that are going to help you learn how to speak to customers. So check it out. And have your notes ready.
Hi, my name is Katrina, and I have been a faithful Cutco owner.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, my name is Katrina, and I have been a faithful Cutco owner of my homemaker set for approximately 8 years. I first of all bought it because I was embarrassed by my old knives, which were just missing pieces here and there. I bought it kind of afraid because I had made the investment of spending so much money, and I thought, what have I done?
Okay. She said 2 things. All right. I thought to myself, what have I done? Because I made the investment. So 2 things I want to talk about. Investment. Okay. Investment. For sake of argument or for sake of a discussion and training, an investment for a Mac customer we'll talk about in the context of anything over $1,000. Okay, so when they're spending over $1,000, like ready, an appliance, not something smaller. Okay. They expect to use it daily. You know, buy a refrigerator, it's over 1,000 because you expect to use it daily. Buy a microwave, you expect to use it daily. You expect it to last forever or as long as possible, depending on the product. Okay, that's just our first thing. So I'll stop there. How many times do customers, Mac customers, invest in things in their home? Think about the home. Small amount or a lot? A lot. I mean, just shout out some things that are investments in your house. Refrigerator. A bed. And ready? Just the mattress. I'll talk about that in a second. What else?
Stove.
A stove.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning times 10. The ones we replaced back there, 12 G's.
Couch.
Floors.
Yeah. Couch. Okay. Not even a great couch, a decent couch. Like an IKEA couch is 11. It's $1,000. Yeah, floors, and sometimes one room is 1,000 for the floors. Okay, so you guys get the point. What's my main point? That if you're a Mac customer, what are you doing often? You're investing. Everybody got that? So ready? We're just offering them to make another investment, but it's going to last forever and use every day. Think about that. Number 2, she said, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, what have I done? What she's referring to is a feeling. It's actual psychological and physical feeling. When you make a purchase or you invest in something, and right after, the next time you're asked to invest, you feel a little funky. Anyone know what that's called? It's called buyer's remorse. It's called buyer's remorse. Let me write that down. Buyer's. Okay, buyer's remorse, and I'm touching my gut here. It's an actual gut feeling where people feel uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. Some of you have been in this situation. Let's say Alexa is my daughter, and Heidi and I are having dinner, and she comes home, and let's say every week, Alexa usually goes out with her friends, and you know, it's daddy's little girl, so I don't mind giving her $20 because that's how my sister was, by the way. She was $20. So I just give her, oh, sweetie, okay, have fun, call us if you need anything. Well, let's say Alexa, wonderful daughter, had an accident, totaled the car. So there's the whole lecture, and she's okay, so we're glad that she's okay, but man, I'm not happy. And I get the estimate, and I have to swipe my credit card for $2,200. I'm not happy, and that was for my golf trip this weekend to Vegas with my buddies. But I decided I'm going to have to swipe this credit card, and I might have to. I'm not going to cancel the trip, but you know it's not going to be as fun. So how am I feeling right now? Excited? Not excited? Not excited. So let's say Alexa comes up the next week. It's still fresh. I just had to swipe my $2,000. I just had to let my friends know that I can stay one less day in Vegas to golf on the Valley High golf course. I'm not feeling too good. Alexa comes up. It's the weekend. So what's Alexa expecting from Dad? $20. And she goes, hey, Dad, can I get the $20? And they go, we're broke. There's no more money. Time out. Are we really broke? Am I broke? Do I have to quit my job? Do I have to sell the house? No, I'm just not feeling good because I just had to for $2,200. Okay, I just made what? An investment to replace my daughter's life. Happens all the time. How many of you can distinctly remember a time when your parents gave you that? There's no more money, or we can't afford it. Sorry, that's the new TV you just got. We can't afford it. I'm sorry, we just went to Disney. I can't. It's normal. You guys do it yourself. I'm broke, but then all of a sudden, new Jordans. I'm broke, new pair of high heels. I'm broke, new Louis Vuitton bag. It's the same thing, except with more zeros for Max. I'll say it again. It's the same thing, except Max just had more zeros on it. It's the difference. You guys see me? So watch. She says buyer's remorse. I want you to write down, first of all, it's a feeling. The physical feeling. Like it can be a mixture of anger, anxiety, stress, one of those three. Okay? It's after an investment. It's after investment. Okay. And ready? In sales, this is so sweet because we know when someone has buyer's remorse, even when they don't say it. In fact, let's say you're showing me, I'm not going to tell you, Sydney, honey, we want to get it, but Alexa, she totaled the car. I had to swipe my car for $2,000. I had to come home a day early for my golf trip. They're not going to tell you that story. You're going to say one thing, and it's going to be the same thing every time. You know, honey, we would love to get it, but right now is not a good time. We can't afford it. That's what you hear. We can't afford it. How many of you have ever heard your parents say that? We can't afford it. And you go, wait a minute. Okay, it's buyer's remorse. So ready? Whether you know what happened or not, something happened. It was after an investment, and they're just feeling kind of funky. That's totally normal. And what's really cool, I can't afford it means I have buyer's remorse, and we have ways to help customers get it. So for example, later in about 30 minutes, we can either A, discount, or B, wheel and deal with free stuff. Okay, and how many of you have ever said, oh, I can't afford it, and then you walk into Steve Madden and you go, ooh, but they're on sale. But you understand, what a deal. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And you know what's funny? Actually, when you sell this weekend to your top 5 and you sell your sets, about half of the people that get sets say I can't afford it, but they end up buying after the deals and the discounts. Okay? So it's really cool. We'll help you to do that in a really low pressure way. Okay? So just remember that. Every time someone says I can't afford it, doesn't mean they can't afford it because they're a Mac customer. It means I've got buyer's remorse. So far, so good? Okay. And then listen to this last part.
When I started to use my sets, it became apparent to me that it was life-changing because I wanted to cook again. I enjoyed cooking, and I wanted to cook in front of my friends and family because this is such a beautiful set. I was never embarrassed. I didn't have to cut over in the corner. I wanted to cut on the big counter and let everybody see my knife. And as you can see, I also got the knife set that goes with it that I set on the table, which I proudly display in my chop block. So I set my table with my knives, which I love very much. And I like every knife in here. Every knife has a purpose. I've used every one of them. I also have...
Watch how much she loves these things.
My 2 sets of scissors, which I really love. The reason I bought 2 sets of scissors was because my husband and my son overused this pair, and they were using it for things like cutting things that they shouldn't. So this is my pair, and this is their pair. And this is mommy's, it's red, okay? So that's how they know the difference.
So can you tell she likes her scissors? Jeez. Okay. So what do you know? She said things like it became life-changing. Think about that. The product you're going to sell, you're going to make some really good money, especially when you get to Dirty 30, especially. But how long are they going to have their product? Yeah, you will have spent that money at some point. I'm telling you. But she'll still be using it. This video is about 8 years old. She said it was 8 years she's had it. So she's had it now probably for 16 now, 15 plus. So you can feel really good about the product that we're servicing people, which is a big reason why you should share your top 5, because wouldn't you want your friends and family to have that product? It's the same deal. So let's move on. I want you to write down this equation. Value equals quality over price. Value equals quality over price. Okay. What that means, and you might have heard this term before. I'm sure you have. It's you get what you. Chris, what's that mean? You're right. What's that mean?
You get what you pay for. So if you buy, a cheap cup, it's gonna burn your hand. Where if you buy that thermos where you put your coffee in there, it's gonna last forever.
You buy the Yeti, yeah, get the Yeti cup. There you go. Exactly, right? I can go and get paid. I remember when I was young, I'm like forever scarred. All my friends were getting Jordans. My mom got me the Payless. the threes, right? And everyone else had the Jordans. Mine didn't have the Jordan symbol. Had everything else didn't have the Jordan symbol. And where there's parts that were gray, mine were red. They're all different. But mine were breaking within a month. Difference, right? And that's why the difference if you go to Payless versus you go to Nine West versus you go to Nordstrom versus you go to the boutique. 3 different, and you get what you pay for. Same thing with cars. Does anyone know what Cutco knives, Louis Vuitton shoes, Fit 8 power drinks, iPhone, backpacks, all products, all cars, what they use and how they determine the price? It's based on what? Quality. Yes, quality of what?
Product.
Product what? Good. Quality of what? What do you? Quality of? So performance, but more specifically, if I'm a company, what do I have to base my price off of? I have to make money. So what's the price determined on?
How much you
other
The value.
the resources.
based on other people.
Yeah, we're
Cost
thinking.
of making the product.
Yeah, which means the material. Material. I want you to write this down. Material. You guys are all right. It's all based on the material. So, for example, I'm just using shoes. I see a lot of young ladies in the room, right? Those beautiful red shoes you have, okay? You get fake leather, it's cheaper. You get real genuine leather, it's more expensive because the material is more expensive. I'll use another example. We'll use different cars in a second. Everyone understand that? So I want to do a quick analogy, okay? You got your junk car. You got a cheaper economy car. You got your luxury car. And you got your elite car. So I'll use junk car. You go to the junkyard, you pick up a junk car. Right? Then you get an economy car, like a Kia, nice car. But it's not it wouldn't be considered super expensive. A lot of college students, their first car is a Kia, the official car of the NBA for a reason. It's sold a lot. Then after Kia, then you get the luxury. We'll say Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. Those are the 4 most popular luxury. And then there's elite, Lamborghini, Ferrari. What is the difference between the first one, second, third, and fourth? What's the difference? Material, which also turns into different performance. Ready? No stereo, decent stereo, awesome stereo. I don't even know, but I'm sure it's a great stereo. Okay? Cheap tires, plastic tires, carbon fiber tires, and this super whatever Ferrari tires. I can keep going, right?
Yes.
Gas, everything. Okay? You threw me off. Ready? You got, seats with holes in it. Okay, you got cloth seats, genuine Napa leather, and then this extremely specific rare leather from a small Italian farm that only manufactures for Ferrari, which is actually the case. Right? Difference in price. So when you go this way, lower material to higher material, which one's more money? Yeah, but here's the difference, and here's the really awesome difference. We're going to sell a Ferrari compared to this, but we're going to offer the Kia price. I'll say it again. We're gonna sell a Ferrari, our quality, our value. We're gonna compare it to Lexus, BMW, which is a little bit lower, but it's also more popular in the stores. But we're gonna be able to charge a Kia price. And if that were the case, let's say Ferrari could sell Kia. What if Ferrari could make money, and profit, and sell the Ferraris for the price of a Kia? What would happen? You'd like more sales, but how come they can't do it? First of all, you got to ship the damn thing from Italy, right? And all the parts and everything's made foreign. Okay, so I want you to remember when it comes to value, how important that is. Second thing, and that's number 1. Everyone understand the car analogy? Thumbs up if you get me. Okay, this is a Ferrari. Number 2, don't think, act, or speak, ... Don't think, act, or speak, ... I'll say one more time. Don't think, don't act, and don't speak, ... Ready? Like a college student. Or high school student. Don't act, think, or speak like a college or high school student. What do I mean? When you're meeting with customers, how you're a professional, but how you speak about an investment is different, okay? Because we're talking about an investment being how much? $1,000, and I want you to be careful. Don't think, act, and speak $1,000 like a college student, because that's a lot of money. If I were a college student, and I remember when I was before Cutco, if I had a comma in my account with my cash, I was rich. No, rich, meaning like I hit the lottery, rich. That's how I would feel. If I open my account right now and I have $1,000, I'm calling the cops. But I'm not a college student. You guys see the difference. Yeah. So don't act, think, and speak like a college student. So when you talk about 1,000, ready? Mrs. Jones, and some of our sets are $1,200, $1,800, $2,200, like a laptop. Not Mrs. Jones, like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating, but think about that. Don't act, think, and speak like a college student, because $1,000 to them is nothing. Yeah. And here's what happened. It goes back to the 7 steps. If you start talking about our competition, Mrs. Jones, and I'll show you in a second the name of the competition. This is called Wusthof. This is Henkel's. This is Schön. It's sold in nicer department stores. And just so you know, these go for like $2,000-$3,000. If you act and think and speak like a college student like that, here's what happens. They might not say it to your face, but you'll see it, or they'll at least think it. They're going to roll their eyes, and they're automatically going to go, this college kid does not even know what we spend money. And ready? What's the first step to the sale?
Next.
You just lost your connection, right? Because now you're the kid, college kid, talking about college kid stuff versus professionally presenting an easy investment that's like a laptop that they spend all the time. Okay, and I want you to, that's the second thing. So don't act, think, and speak like a college student. Number 3, okay, I'm just going to put down house. Think about all the things in the house that are investment. And all we're doing is asking them to make another one. But this one's going to last forever and use every day. You just listed off a few. I think you said bed, right? Okay. Anyone know what a mattress costs? Just the mattress, not the frame, not the fancy bed sheets, just the mattress. Who knows? Who's familiar? Oh, cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah.
800 is cheap.
1,500 easily.
Yeah, we have a guest bedroom. We got an IKEA one. Why? Because it's cheap. And I'm not going to sleep on it. I don't sleep on it, but if I have, it's an IKEA one. It was like $800. There's a reason it was only $800. When people come over to sleep, it's like, Jeff, I'm like, I know, IKEA. Okay? But my bed is not $800. My bed's like $1,800. But how often do we sleep in it?
Every day.
And how often do we use it? And how long do we want it to last? Well, it's been now 15 years, and I probably have to replace it soon. But it's an awesome mattress. Okay, and it's not even top of the line. You could easily go 2-3 Gs plus for a mattress. That's just, I would say it's upper middle for 1,800. And ready? That's just the mattress. No bed frame, no bed sheet. So every bed is about $2,000 roughly. Mattress plus stuff. Call it 1,500. So take every bed in your house, multiply times however many beds, times 1,500. Right? That's investment. But ready? Don't act, think, or speak like a college student, because you didn't buy it. Your parents did. Think about cars. Think about the refrigerator. Think about the washer. Think about the dryer. What else? Give me some other things. Dining room table. Think about your coffee table. Your couch. Shall I keep going? Think about the 1, 2, 3, or 4 TVs you have. Anyone have a pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 10 Gs to start. Anyone have an in-ground pool?
Yeah.
That's probably 15 to start. Anyone have a deck? That's 5 to 10 grand to start. It's just adult stuff. Right? And you're like, oh man, I didn't know it's that much money. Welcome to the worlds of Max. So don't act, think, and speak like a college student. Okay? So I just want to do a quick exercise. Pull out your cell phones. Go to the calculator. Don't respond to all those texts and Snapchats and Insta Snaps and Chatgrams and Insta Snaps and Chatgrams and Face Snaps and all that. I'm just kidding. I know. I already know. MySpace. I actually had a MySpace. Don't knock me. Tom was his name, right? He started MySpace. Okay. So, ready? And you're not going to share this. I just want you to think about the area. And I want to put things into perspective, how easy it is for someone who's a Mac to get a set. Not even the big one, but at least the laptop set. And if you mess up, just sneeze 300 to help you. I'm telling you, watch. Think about a house. Does anyone know what an average house in the area costs? And not the baller houses by the water or some of the like Southwest ranches and the inland, but like moderate 3-bed, 2-bath. Anyone know?
300.
Like 300-400. Okay. So we'll watch this. Okay. We'll call it middle. Then you have like a townhome, which is like 200 to 300. Okay, so we'll call it like a smaller townhome, not a full house. Okay. Someone who lives in a middle income family, not super baller rich and not struggling, we'll call it middle income. And these people usually have one to 2 cars. Right, 1 to 2 cars, maybe more, but usually 1 to 2 cars. And they do vacay once a year. Like a Disney trip or somewhere across the country. Not usually, but sometimes international. Okay. These people usually have 1 to 2 cars, and they sometimes don't vacay. Give or take. Okay. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Then you get into the middle, the higher income houses. Okay. I'll put higher. Okay. And you're talking 400 to 700,000. Okay. These people have 2 to 3 plus cars, and they vacay either 1 to 2 times a year, or 1 Euro trip, or 1 international trip. Okay. And then of course you can always go higher, and you can just figure out the numbers for yourself. Okay. So think about which one you are. That's why I'm not going to make it public. Some of you don't want to share all that information, but just think about where you're at and be honest with yourself. Okay. So first of all, you think about what house you're in, or maybe you're 700 to $1 million. I don't know. Okay. So think about this. When you're in high school, you're broke. You live at home. When you go to college, who's already been in college for at least a year or two? You have an apartment? Okay. How much does the apartment cost per month for the?
Well, it's roommate. I'm one of three.
Okay, so all
So-
three together. What's that house cost?
Um,
Or yours times 3, let's say, for example.
wait, hold on.
How much is your portion?
It's 2,400 altogether.
Okay, so $2,400 a month. A month, okay? So let's just say it's your portion is probably 800.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a show, so we get money
But
off.
watch,
yeah.
but this is important. When you go, and some of you that are about to go to college, you're like, what? This is real stuff. $800 is what she's paying for her room, not the whole place, just her part with her 2 friends. But they have to put down first month's rent, last month's rent, and what's called a security deposit. So to even move into the darn place, she needs $2,400. Okay. The 3 of them need $7,200 to even move in. That's just a college apartment. Do you live in like the creme de la creme of apartments?
Yeah.
You
nice
do. So you're on the higher end. Okay.
Yeah.
That's on the higher end. Even if that were half, which half would be a dump, by the way. Right? Even if it were 500. Okay, you do all the numbers. You're still talking 5 to 6 G's just to move in, and then every month you've got to shell out 800 or 2,400 for the whole group. Yeah, plus okay. Then you
Yeah,
you
plus
move.
utilities.
Then you get out of college, and then you want to get a nicer apartment. So no more split it with my roomies kind of deal. That's just you.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be bougie and nice, you still have to put 5 G's down to have a decent apartment. You have to put 5 G's down to even move in.
You stay in
And
Florida.
ready? And that's just to move into your first apartment out of college. Then you get a house. Pick your house. Okay? You have to put what's called a down payment. And we know what an average down payment percentage of the house the down payment is?
10%.
Between 10 and 20-ish. Sometimes higher. So let's just say it's 20%. So if you live in a middle income house, you need 60 G's to even have a hope of getting a mortgage payment. And some of you are thinking, I live in a middle income house. That was 50 to 60 G's just to put down as a down payment. If you have really good credit, and all, it's 30 G's, 10%. Just to move in. And then you pay your mortgage every month, and on that house, I don't know, $2,000 a month, maybe more, maybe less, depending on your loan. If you live in a bigger house, it was 40 to 80 grand to just move in, and then your mortgage each month is between 3,000 and 5,000. And if you're in one of these houses, and some of you are, I know where you live. Okay, it's 100 plus G's just to get to the house as a down payment, and every month your parents are cutting between 5 and 10 grand check to pay for the house. Okay, and that's just the house. I haven't included all the stuff we rattle off with home, bed, cars, insurances, your clothes, your food, all that. Okay, take out your calculator to figure out your down payment. If you're a middle income home, put down 30,000. If you're in a mid home, put down 50,000. If you're in this type of home, put down 70,000. If you're in $1 million home, put 100,000. If you're in a smaller, more modest home, that's okay. Put down 20,000. That's your base number. That's just to start. Okay. Now, if you have beds in your house, which I'm pretty sure you all do, each bed is about $2,000. So take $2,000 times however many beds you have. If you have two beds, it's $4,000. If you have 6 beds, it's 20. Oh, that's a lot of beds. If you have 3 beds, that's $6,000. That's right. The average home has about 3 beds, so that's $6,000 plus your down payment. If you have a refrigerator, add 1,000. You'll have. If you have a washer and dryer, add about 1,000. That's cheap, by the way. That's a cheap one. Washer and dryer combo for 1,000 is cheap. If you have a laptop, add 1,000 for every laptop in the house or home computer. If you have a car, add about, call it 500 for every car, only because it's the car payment plus insurance. If you have a nice couch, a sofa couch, leather couch, that's probably $2,000 plus for leather. Cloth is about $1,000. Add 1,000 for every couch that you have in the house. You starting to appreciate your parents a little bit more? Okay. I could do 2 hours of this. I don't. I'm gonna stop. Right? Look at that number. We haven't even gone through 1/10 of what I could cover that's in that house. That's to be fair, a quarter. That's a quarter. So ready? Hit the multiply button. Serious. Hit the multiply button times 4. A lot of ching in there, huh? A lot of money. Ready? What's 1,200 to a customer spending that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wait,
Not
why'd you
even
do
a
times
dent.
4?
What's that?
Why did you do times 4?
Because I covered about a quarter of what the whole expense of the house was. Okay. What's 1,200 compared to that number? What's 1,800 compared to that number? How many of you have gotten a laptop in the last 6 months? Did they finance it in a 5-month payment plan?
No.
And how many of your laptops were over $1,000? Easy. So all we're saying is we're asking them to do another investment, and it's super affordable. And how often will they use it, everyone?
Every
Every
day.
And it lasts how long?
Forever.
Okay, point made. What's the point I made? I could go for an hour.
It's
Buy
affordable.
Cutco.
Okay, besides buy Cutco, you're right.
Affordable.
It's affordable. Oh, I haven't even done the payment plans. So if they don't want to do it all at once and they have buyer's remorse, we can cut it into 5, and that's what they put down. $270 on this one. So if they want to get a set that they use every day, even if you have to cook, it costs less than an average grocery bill down now to get it. You guys see that? Okay. Cool. So, and I'll skip this. So these are the Mercedes, Lexus, and BMW of knives. I want you to be aware of these before we go to break again. Wulstoff, Henckels, and Schön. Wulstoff and Henckels are together because they're both made in Germany, and then Schön is a Japanese brand. These are considered the top 3 selling brands in stores. In stores. So if a customer, I think you were saying this, Jackson. If a customer has these knives, these are sharp and these are awesome knives. They're just not guaranteed forever. They're not going to cut like us 7 years from now, 5 years from now, 3 years from now. Okay. And if you don't take my word for it. You go to the store. You can go online. You can't buy these at Walmart. You buy these at nicer department stores, like a Nordstrom, or you buy them at a specialty store for high-end kitchenware. Anyone know the #1 high-end kitchenware store in the country? Say again? Williams-Sonoma, yeah. Go to Galleria Mall. Williams-Sonoma's there. Go to Aventura Mall. And you can read it, okay? Williams-Sonoma. But look at their sets. They have sets for people who have to, like to, and love to cook as well. And it goes for, here you go, 1,000, 1,500, 2,655. It's like a laptop, or a really nice laptop. But usually you can get them on sale. So 600, 800, 1,600. Same thing as us. Okay. Here, this is the other Wulstoff. This is their higher end brand. Ranges from as high as 3,000, as low as 600, somewhere in the middle of a laptop. Over here, Schön. This is also way more expensive than the German brands because Japan is farther to ship. Okay. So you can see these go all the way up to 2,000. This one's 4,000 retail. But goes on sale for $27.99. And don't take my word for it. This is just screenshotted. You can go to williamssonoma.com right now, and you'll see the same prices. Sometimes they're even higher. Okay. But the problem is that they can also get low quality knives. What happens if they don't go there? But we like Walmart. We like dollar store. Sure, it's only $1. Sure, that set's $10. Yeah, right, exactly. But what happens?
It breaks.
It breaks, and what happens?
Have to go buy it again.
Yeah, you guys know all the problems, okay? Okay, so let me show you where these are. I went to Target. I'm sorry, my mom would kill me. Target. Target. That's what my mom calls it. It's Target, Mom. It's Target. So, but look at their set. Their #1 set to furnish the whole kitchen is only $1,600 compared to back here $3,000-4,000 for the higher end. So if you go get junk, you can get a whole kitchen for about $1,500. But look at their set; it's more like $500, $200. And to a customer, if I go to Williams-Sonoma, I see that price of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I go to Walmart, I see the same amount of knives for $500. If I don't know the difference and not educated, which one do I get? I get the $500. But if I have to replace that 4 more times in a lifetime, which I'll do no problem, it's already $2,000. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to compare our Ferrari to the BMW knives I just showed you, but our prices are cheaper. Okay, and that's the confidence that we have. Any questions so far? Okay. Next thing, don't prejudge customers. I know this is an old movie, and I gotta believe this is gonna be remade at some point. Anyone know the movie Pretty Woman? Raise your hand if you know Pretty Woman. Okay. I'm telling you, it's gonna be remade. All the movies I grew up with are being remade. So the other day, someone said, "I love Karate Kid with Jaden Smith." I said, "I'm gonna kill you." Jaden Smith is not the Karate Kid. Okay, the Karate Kid is Ralph Macchio, and anyway, I'm 40. You can tell. This is Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts. So the story is, Julia Roberts is this prostitute who meets this really wealthy business guy, and they fall in love. Like that's the short of the story. There's a part where he gives her his credit card. Says, honey, go in Rodeo Drive, one of the most expensive districts in LA, to go shopping, Louis Vuitton, I mean, everything you could ask for, brand name. I want you to go and get yourself a nice classy outfit for the business meeting. So she takes her credit card, and the store's super rude to her because of how she's dressed. They judge her, but they don't realize that she has the credit card and she's going to buy anything she wants. So they essentially push her out. So she goes to find a place that actually will take her business. She gets super done up. She gets her hair did, that's all. Her hair did, okay? She gets all these beautiful clothes. She's got all these guys, so many bags. She's got guys behind her with their shopping bags, like that kind of part of the movie. She passes by the first really rude store, and she's all done up, and she's looking like $1,000,000. So she decides to walk in. Check it out.
Hi. Hello. Do you remember me? No, I'm sorry. I was in here yesterday. You wouldn't wait on me? Oh, you work on commission, right? Yes. Big mistake. Big. Huge. I have to go shopping now.
Look at her face. Like, damn. Okay. Don't prejudge customers. And ready, back to number 2. Don't act, think, or speak like a college student. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through how to close and present the prices professionally and offer one of the laptops to the customer. So turn, everyone. We left off on page 7. That's where we left off. Okay. We left off on page 7. And the last thing you're speaking about here are the kitchen tools and the wood block. Okay? Because remember, why kitchen tools? If you're going to have knives to cut the food, what do you have to do with it after? Serve, prepare, and serve. Okay? So this is the page. So turn to the last thing you say at the bottom is our 4-piece entertainer pack, which is here, all the gadgets, has comfort grip handles and is, of course, forever guaranteed. You guys with me on that? Turn to the next page. Page 8. Okay. Miss Lexi, do you mind if I ask you involuntarily to read? You did such a nice job. Can I ask you to read again?
Yeah.
Okay. You're my reading homie. Got it?
Okay, cool.
Okay. So at the top, it says, Mrs. Jones, let me review why so many people choose to invest. So this is the page you're on. I'm going to give you this book tomorrow. Okay. And I'll show you tomorrow where on the virtual web video demo. Okay. So Miss Lexi, Mrs. Jones, let me review.
You'll always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is guaranteed to last forever, so it would be the last set of knives you'd ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less. If that saves $60 a month, it's $720 saved this year. Over 25 years, you'll save $18,000.
Okay, good. Pause. Perfect. Next to 18,000, write down next to it, write down show paper and circle it. And remind me again, why do we want to show it on paper? Yeah, but also, what? Seeing is believing. So you want to show this math. What's the math gonna? What are we trying to show with that math?
Credibility.
More than credibility. What are we showing with that math?
Savings.
Savings. Yeah, how much money, right? How much money you're going to save if you get a great product. Okay, continue.
There are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or tray. And we have interest-free monthly investment options. You don't have to pay for it all at once.
Okay. Let me just share something with you. When you sell customers Cutco, I don't care which set you sell them, just sell them a set because it's a better deal for the customer. You guys understand that? And even if for some reason you have to work out a deal where you have to go below the laptop set, I'm totally cool with that too. And even if you mess up and you have to get to an average order of $300, like a grocery bill, at least get them a set. Okay, first reason why, let's go back to it. Sets have the right tool for the right job. If I show Miss Alexa a Cutco and I don't get her a set and she ends up getting a few pieces, then the next time she goes to make a sandwich, and she doesn't have the sandwich knife, she's going to go, oh. And then she's going to say, oh, well, Cutco's okay because we didn't sell her a set. And she's going to remember me as the person who sold it to her. But don't do that, especially with your friends and family. Second reason you want to sell them a set. Sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. This is a true story. It happened to me where if I sold one customer a couple of pieces because I didn't do a good job, And then I sold the next customer a set, but I got them a really good deal because they got it all together. And then they spoke to each other. And the one person said, yeah, I only spent a little bit more than you, but I got a whole set in a wood block. And they felt gypped. Not on purpose. I just didn't do a good job of selling what? A set of Cutco, okay? Third reason, follow along. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Ready? Who doesn't love free stuff? Same customers, by the way, that only bought a few pieces, didn't get free stuff. The people that got a set got free stuff, and they were totally bragging to the first customer. Made me look bad, and I wasn't even trying to. It's just I didn't sell them a set. So sell your family sets because they also get a better hookup. They get a better deal. And the last few, sets are much safer because they come in a block or tray. What I don't want is that customer who's didn't get a set and all their Cutco knives, super sharp, are in the drawer. They have to do this. What's wrong with that? Cut yourself. And guess what? They'll go, oh, man, it's stuff that Vika sold me. Right? And no harm. You're not trying to do anything. But sell them a set because it's safer in the wood block. Okay, last one. And we have interest-free monthly investment options. So you don't have to pay for it all at once. What's great is that customers can break it up and make it easy. And maybe they don't want to swipe $1,200, $1,800, $2,200. But ready? Anyone and everyone swipes every week at Publix for $270, $300. It's like, oh, I can just do that, Chris? Okay, we'll just do $300. That's way better.
Music to the.
It is music. It really is. You'll see when you do enough appointments. Okay. Continue and thank you. So far, we're on the summary and we're going to go to the next part. Go ahead. Selecting the best option.
When it comes to high quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco is top rated, so we only compare to the highest quality brands.
Okay, so take a look. Then you're going to go to the comparison. So ready? I have here Wusthof and Schön for you already. These are the top 2 selling brands that we talked about earlier. Continue, please.
I have a price comparison for our top competitors. How do you pronounce it?
Ready? Wusthof and Schön. Everyone repeat after me. Wusthof.
Wusthof.
Schön.
Schön.
One more time. Wusthof.
Wusthof.
Schön. Got it. Continue.
Wusthof and Schön. Have you heard of them before?
Keep
These
going.
high quality sets made overseas are 2 of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets, which range in price. Wusthof is the most popular. The price for this Wusthof set is
$3,435. Chris, do me a favor. Can you grab Luke?
What was it, 3,000?
3435.
sometimes you can find it on sale for
$1,999. Okay. So that's the Mercedes, Lexus, BMW. The reason we do Wusthof is because it's number 1. Okay. Continue. There are
some major differences between these brands and Cutco.
Okay. Okay, go on.
Wusthof has mostly straight edges, so they need to be sharpened, which is a hassle. They are not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty is on manufacturing defects only.
Okay, so you're essentially saying all the things that aren't so great about the Mercedes. Although it's a great product, here are the things you deal with. Keep going.
In comparison, Cutco has our unique wedge lock handle, exclusive double D, stay sharp edge. And we have our 4-part forever guarantee, including our free sharpening and 15-day trial.
So what you're doing now is you're saying, okay, here's a Mercedes, it's great. Here's what it costs. Here's what you deal with, unfortunately, with Mercedes. Let me show you what Ferrari is awesome. What are we doing on this step? What's step number 6? Comparing. Okay, keep going.
Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. Just considering the guarantee and unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Wusthof. When something offers twice the quality and value, it lasts forever, and you would expect to be at least twice the price. At twice the price, you're talking over.
Okay, so ready? If Wusthof if the on sale Wusthof price is $1,999, it's $2,000. What should the price of Cutco be? Yeah, so that's the blank. Talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. I wasn't sure if Wusthof had gone up. I got enough. I had an old blue book. Talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. So let's stop there for a second. Let me give you a couple of tips on this page. Back up in the middle where it says selecting the best option. Ready? Go 2 sentences down. It says, I have a price comparison for top competitors, Wusthof and Schön. Have you heard of them before? Ready? That is a question. You guys know that. When you ask a question, what should you wait for? Yeah, so my tip there is when you ask the question, sit quiet and wait for them to say yes or no. So, Ms. Vika, have you heard of them before?
No.
No? Okay, no problem. These high-quality sets are made overseas. You just keep going. What if Miss Lexa says yes? Miss Lexa, have you heard of these before?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, these high-quality sets of brand are made overseas. You just keep going. But the point is what? When you ask a question, wait for and answer. Cool. Tip number 2. Are we bashing Mercedes? No, we're just sharing, okay, this is what you get. Okay? But we don't need to bash it. We don't need to bash BMW or Lexus because we're just Ferrari. Yeah. You're Ferrari, you're Ferrari. That's all you have to say. So we're not downplaying, we're not making fun of them, we're not pushing them down, we're simply comparing. Okay. Number 3, at the very bottom, when you say, Mrs. Jones, you're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. Let me show you what you get. Remember, you don't know, they might have buyer's remorse, right? And that's that feeling. You don't know, but whatever reaction they have, you're going to get one of 3 reactions. You're going to get 4,000. Alexa, right? Is it $4,000? No, do you remember what's this one?
12, 18, 22.
It's a laptop. They don't know that yet. They're not supposed to know it until the end. Okay, you're talking over. So if they say $4,000, let me show you what you get. Don't give the price yet. It's like giving the price too soon. Just wait until the end on the next page. Or they might give you the opposite reaction. And Dan says, Uncle Jeff, on Heidi, it's $4,000 for your set of Cutco. And they go, ah, nice deal. If they say, yeah, nice deal, you better sell them a big set, not one of these. Now we'll help you do that. Because why? What in their mind, what are they seeing? Yeah, they really see the value in Cutco. So if they're willing to get 4,000, we'll get them like 3 or 4 instead of just 1 or 2. And we'll help you work those deals on the phone. Okay? Or sometimes they give you a reaction in between. No matter what, remember, the price isn't 4,000, it's just a laptop, but we're not going to give them the price until the next page. So far, so good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Turn.
I have a question.
Can you write your question down? We'll go during the break, just because I'm typing time. Okay. Don't write your question down. Don't forget. Page 9. Okay. Mrs. Jones, let me show you what you get. Turn to the page. Miss Alexa, wrap us up, please.
As I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 3 times a week. It has the 10 basic tools I explained earlier, 8 table knives, the wood block, and a sharpener for straight edges. We also have a Homemaker set without table knives. If you were considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer this set with the table knives?
Okay, we'll stop for a second. So back at the top, she said, Mrs. Jones, as I said earlier, this is our most popular set, okay? Not our biggest set. Perfect for families that cook 2 to 3 times a week. And here's what you point to. It has the 10 basic tools. You guys know the nicknames, right? Up in the air. You know that, okay? Right? Okay. So it's got your 10 basic tools. It's got 8 table knives. Your point. It's got 8 table knives. It's got the wood block and a sharpener for the straight edge knives. We also have a Homemaker Plus 8 without the table knives. I want you to cross that sentence out. We also have a Homemaker set without table knives. Here's why. Most people, what do you think? Don't or do get the table knives?
Yeah, they do.
They do. Now, if for some reason they say they don't need the table knives, then just call us. But most people don't. They always get the table knives. So cross that out. And then where it says, if you were considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer the set with the table knives? Just cross that sentence out too. Meaning, ready? No one says this. Joel, I'll take the Ferrari, but the lowest grade rims.
Yeah.
If you're going to get a Ferrari, what do? You get the whole thing.
Yeah, you get
same,
stitches on the car.
Same thing. Yes, exactly. So if you were considering Cutco, you cross that out. Then you continue. Miss Lexi, the great thing.
The great thing is that it doesn't cost.
Ready? And then ready? $4,000. Here's what you're going to do. Right? I want you to put a line through the $4,000 because on the piece of paper, I want you to draw it. Okay? So it says the great thing is it doesn't cost $4,000. I want you to put a little arrow and write down draw on the side of the paper. Make sure you draw that $4,000 out is what I'm saying. And you draw it really big on a piece of paper because this is going to be your for sale sign. You see that when you go to a car dealership, they got the prices and slashed out. It's the same thing. Okay, so read that sentence one more time. We'll keep going, Miss Lexi.
The great thing is that it doesn't cost $4,000.
Go like that. Keep going.
In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as Woodstock price of
$1,999. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me grab this price here.
I'm drawing that one out too.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Continue. The beautiful thing.
the Homemaker Plus 8 set is only
Ready? 1272. 1273. I'm so sorry. 1273.
Do you want us to say it like that when we read it to
Yeah,
customers?
that's my tip.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. I'll come back to it.
$12.73 paid in full, which includes shipping. But most of our customers take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which is only
272.
These are today's.
I just want to pause for a second. 272 to get one of our most popular laptops. Not the biggest one, but the one for people who have to cook. Most of you, when you go to Publix and your mom or dad go grocery shopping, 272 won't get you all the groceries. Most of you. Because for my fiance and I eat a lot, and she's a beast. Yeah, so yeah, she's really strong and really fit, and she eats a lot too. And we're breaking 300 to two of us. 250 if I'm like super frugal, and I'm never super frugal with food. I like to eat good food. So I just want to put that in perspective. Why this is the most popular set? Not because it's the biggest, but because it's so easy to get, and people can use this. Why? If you have to cook. You guys got that? So I'll start over. Mrs. Jones, the beautiful thing is that it's not over $4,000. In fact, it's not even as much as the Woodstock set, which goes for $1,999. Mrs. Jones, the Homemaker Plus 8 is only $1,273. That's with tax and shipping and everything. But Mrs. Jones, if you do the 5-month payment plan, it's only $272. Also, what's happening to the number? It's getting smaller. But you got to show it. They got to see it. That just looks nicer to go from 4,000 to 272. You got it. Okay. So far, so good. Yep. Then it says buy now bonus. Miss Lexi, if you could continue with the buy now bonus. And this is the sweet part. Right? Watch. Go ahead.
we have a bonus where if you buy now, I can give you a matching kitchen tool set, entertainer pack, or super shears for free.
I see that, Mrs. Jones. I can give you a kitchen tool set, super shears, or entertainment pack for free. So if they say yes, even if it's just for $272, not even the other two, they still get to pick the kitchen tools, the entertainment pack, or the super shears for free. How cool is that?
Wait, you get all of that for free?
No, they get to pick one.
Oh,
Okay.
whichever.
Mrs. or Mr. Jones, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you like to try out the Homemaker set today and get your free?
Yeah, and then free, and then blank is whatever they said.
Right.
Your free shears, your free peeler.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You are going to love your Cutco. Before I write that up, let me show our 2 sets that come with the steak knives.
So we'll stop there for a second. Okay. So far, so good. So we're able to offer compare to the Ferrari what our price should be, but we're not that price. In fact, we're not even as much as them. We're only $12.73, and you can do the payment plan, and you get free stuff. Cool. Now, and here's the cool thing. You're going to get one of 2 answers. You know the answers. It's either yes or no. And we have an answer for both. One more time, Lexi. Let's say I'm your uncle and Heidi, and we say yes at the Homemaker. What do you say? If I say yes.
Congratulations. You're going to love your Cutco. Before I write that up, let me show you our 2 sets that come with the steak knives.
And which 2 sets are you going to show them? These are the 2. Okay, the signature and complete, because these sets are just different options. Plus, they can substitute the table knife with the bigger steak knife, which is just the same version, but it's bigger. And so people like this feel of a steak knife from a steakhouse. And it's also more money for the set. Okay. So why do you think when they say yes to the Homemaker, we don't just say, great, let me put it in? Why do we show those 2? Because what don't we know?
They might buy.
Yeah, they don't know. You might not. They might go, oh, I like that one better. So you want to show them. Okay. Right after, right, it says, let me show you 2 sets that come with steak knives. Right after, I want you to write down really big, Call the office. Call the office. Right after where it says, before I write up that up, let me show our 2 sets that come with steak knives. Well, let me call the office real quick. Yeah, you're gonna be right in front of the customer. Miss Alexa, I'm just gonna call my office real quick because I'm new and check in, and then you'll let us know what's happening there, and we're gonna help you upgrade. Try and upgrade to those sets. We'll do it for you. We'll just call us. That's it. In fact, when you sell your first homemaker, you don't even have to show them. Just call us and we'll say, okay, Alexa, who's that? You're on. She likes the homemaker. Awesome. Do me a favor. Show her the pamphlet that opens up, and show her the other 2 sets, and ask her if it were super discounted, which 2 would she like that one better? And then we're gonna hook them up, either discount or free stuff. And it's so funny. Again, the majority of your homemakers turn into that just because we discount it. Just every time, just because you call us. Okay, that's if they say yes. So far, so good. Okay, and then we'll end with this. At the bottom, these are all the price and payment plans for the signature and the complete. You guys see all those blanks right here? See all the blanks for the signature and the complete? You guys see all that? I'll give you that tomorrow. Okay, but all you have to know, which is really cool, the complete set's actually $29.29. Okay, with the steak knives, and $26.29 with the table knives. Okay. That's about the price of a 17-inch MacBook. And then the signature with the steak knives is $21.75, and then $19.14 for the table knife. And I'm going to review this again tomorrow. So if you don't get it down totally, I just want you to see the difference in prices. Here's what's really cool. If this is $12.73, okay, and this is $21.75, I want to show you something cool. The payment plan for the signature is $463. The payment plan for the homemaker is $272. I want to break it down per week. So per week, it costs the family roughly $115 to get a signature, and per week, it works out to about $70 to get a homemaker. So for that set, on the weekly customer budget, a Mac customer, $70 a week gets them a homemaker. Some of you spend $70 on the weekend. You don't even know where the hell you spent the $70. True or true?
So true.
True. You ever do that? You go Monday, like, damn, what?
Like,
Good night. Or where do we go? Or those appetizers escalated really quickly. $70, no problem. So if you can afford that, who for sure can afford $70 on the week? That customer, they get a homemaker. But ready? Watch. The signature is only $115. So how much more is that? $45 more. What's that to a Mac? So ready? And we show this to them. When you call us, we'll say, hey, write this out for them. And what do you think they a lot of times say? I might as well just what? I might as well just get that if it's just that much more. And it's a nicer set, and I get the set for people who would like to cook. And then we can do the same thing when they complete. You guys understand that so far?
Yeah.
Okay, last thing before, and we'll take our next break. I want to talk to you about if they say no. This is really important because I want you to be careful. A no doesn't mean no. A no is just their first answer to you. I'll say it again. A no is not always a no. A no is just what their first answer is to you. And I want to talk about what you say and what you do here. Same page, page 9. Okay. Watch this. If they say no, or if they say, I'm not sure, that's usually what they'll say. They'll say no or whatever it is. Okay. Miss Lexi, what do I say if they say no or anything that's not a yes?
If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the homemaker you're unsure of?
Okay, so I want to use a car analogy. If you go to buy a BMW, okay, let's say Lexi's coming with her husband, and I'm the BMW dealership, and she says, oh, I'd like a BMW. And I show the BMW, and here's the price. Okay, and she says, no, that's not really, I'm not really comfortable with that. We don't want to get that one. Am I going to say, oh yeah, why don't you go buy a Honda? There's the door. Did you say that? No, you get fired. Okay, and you wouldn't make any sales. Every professional salesperson, at least whenever you're making an investment, okay, always says the same thing. Right? They said, okay, no problem, if you don't mind me asking. So right where it says right before it says, if you don't mind me asking, I want you to write down, okay, no problem, or okay, NP. Right before where it says, if you don't mind me asking, when they say no. I want to see everyone in the right place and make sure. Okay. Okay, no problem. If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the homemaker you're unsure of? See, at the end, I want you to do two things. Was it the price? Or too many options? Okay, so at the end of that sentence, right here, did they say no? Watch me if you're lost. Okay, no problem. If you don't mind me asking, what is it about the homemaker you're unsure of? Was it the price or too many options at the end? Hey, borrow your book. Perfect. See, right here? Price or too many options at the end? Was it the price or too many options at the end? If they say price, okay, remember, we covered this about 45 minutes ago. What's that probably? Buyer's remorse, okay? So what could help that situation? A discount. So who should you call? Yeah. So if it's the price, you call the office. Okay. If it's too many options, you also call the office. Because what's the difference there? What are we going to tell you to do? Yeah, you're gonna call us up and just say, okay, Chris, go ahead and show them the next set and tell them it's way cheaper. We have a set that's it's probably $300-400 less than the homemaker. That's if you are not quite selling the laptops. Then we have other options that fit people's budgets. How many of you have said you can't afford something, but you got it because it was a little bit cheaper than that number that made you feel uncomfortable? All the time. So maybe $1,273 makes you feel uncomfortable, even with the payment plan. But Lexa, our niece, shows us something that's $800. Like, oh. Sometimes people just need to see this. They just need to see one less number. I'll say it again. Sometimes, like if you're showing me a laptop, it's not in our budget right now, buyer's remorse. But this one's only $800. Oh, okay. Because sometimes they just need to have less number and you feel better. We don't know. So both situations, if they say it's price, no problem, Mrs. Jones. Let me call the office real quick. If they say, oh, that's too many options. Okay, no problem, Mrs. Jones. Let me call the office real quick. So both situations, what do? Let me call the office real quick. And we will walk you through what to do. And I'll teach you this tomorrow. If it's price, okay, we'll teach you what you'll say to us. And we'll teach you how to discount and cross it out and say, this is what my manager said we can do. And it's so funny. Oh, we can't afford it. Oh, I like that. Okay, we'll do that. Same set. If they say too many options, you'll call us, okay? Actually, no, I take that back. If you call too many options, okay, you go to the bottom of the page. If they say it's too many options, then what are they saying? What are they saying? It's not that I don't think it's not that I don't like the price. It's just that's too many pieces. So what do I want to see? A smaller set. So look at the very, very bottom. And that's where you go down one, okay? Miss Lexa, what's the very bottom say? No problem.
No problem. We have a lot of different options. I'm sure we will find a set that is better fit for you. I'll go ahead and show you our galley set.
Okay. And you turn to the next page, and you go to the galley set. Go center. Easy. So I'm going to make it super simple. Don't worry about what the words say. If they say yes, hey, congratulations. Let me call my office real quick. What are we going to try and do? Upsell, or get them a better set. If they say no, are we going to react? Are we going to get upset? Mm-hmm. No, I say, okay, ready? What do you say? What do you say? Okay, no problem. But if you don't mind me asking, Miss Sydney, what was it about the set? Was it too much for the? Everyone, too much for the?
Price.
Or too many? If they say price, what are they saying? Yes, what do? You call us, and I don't want you to say, oh, Mr. Lexa, let me call the office and see if I can get a better price. Just say, okay, Mr. Lexa, let me go ahead and call the office and check in real quick. We'll tell you what to do. It's really simple. The majority of your sales your first weekend, you will have to call us almost every time to help close and wheel and deal. Then, ready? Your second weekend, you will have done it so many times. Guess what you can do on your own? the same deals. Yeah, instead of let me call my office, you'll be so good. You'll go, actually, you know what? I did this last week. Let me show you something, and you just do it. That's part of the training. So far, so good. Outstanding. Nice work, everyone. Let's do this. It is now 7:11. Let's take another 10. 7:21. We got to get rolling straight, and we're right on time. I don't want to go over, so I want to make sure we're starting back up right at 7:21. Cool. All right, everybody. Hey, look, we're on break. Yeah, beautiful. Thanks, guys.
So when we call the office, is that David or